All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rachakodash. And I want to give double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. I want to say peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, hearing this word in truth and in sincerity. So I just want to do a quick lesson, on a topic that's been on my spirit. It's really a land back off of Apostle Gabar's lesson, kind of like a decree that they put out, a request for all brothers to put a curse on Babylon the Great, to pray to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai to destroy Babylon. And this is, really something that all the prophets asked for, when you look at it like that, because they desire the kingdom of heaven, man. All right, in order for the kingdom of heaven to come, Babylon needs to be destroyed. The heathen got to be taken out of rulership. Okay, so this is Acts, the first chapter, in verse 6. When they therefore were come together, they asked of him, saying, Lord, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel? You see, so the apostles, they knew, right? The disciples, they knew that, Yahushai's lot was to come and deliver the nation of Israel and set up his kingdom on earth, But at that time, the Romans were ruling, the Edomites, which were the Romans, they were ruling at that time, and therefore it wasn't really time for, Jacob to reign yet. But our time is coming, and then waiting on that. Okay, we're praying for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai to destroy this place, because as you can see, wickedness doesn't profit at all, man. All right, we see, what a world ran by wickedness, brings, and it's suffering, first and foremost for the chosen people of the Lord. But everybody's really suffering under the hand of Esau, Edom, And that's why the scripture says in Romans 8th chapter that the earnest expectation is for the manifestation of the sons of God, beginning with the Son of God. Okay. Verse 7 says, and he said unto them, it is not for you to know the times or the seasons which the Father has put in his own power, because it's ultimately Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai's will, on when, he's going to bring this place down, ultimately. And through the Spirit, we believe we're there, man, right? Where we're there. All we need is two major prophecies to happen, and here comes Yahushua, man. The mark of the beast, and then World War III. Okay. Okay. And this lines up with it, how we're on the Lord's time, because prophecy got to be fulfilled. This is Luke 21:24. It says, and they shall fall by the... Well, let me start from verse 23. And this was during the Roman Empire, during the Roman siege. All right. But it says, but woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days, for there shall be great distress in the land and wrath upon this people, because when the Romans came, and attacked Israel, that was back then. During that time, that was a horrible time to be in. That's why he said, woe to those that give suck, because, all right, if you had babies, you and your babies would suffer, all right? There's accounts where women ate their children, okay? It was a bad time, all right? And Jacob's trouble is going to be way worse than even that time. So, we have a lot to look forward to in these coming times. Verse 24 says, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. And this is what happened. When the Romans came away, we ultimately went to captivity. Further captivity under them. When I say captivity, I mean, they took Jake, captive. And, there's accounts where they fed Jake to lions. They put Jake to death by the sword. This and the other, man. So Esau got a lot to pay for. And shall be led away captive into all nations. And this is when we were scattered into all nations. This is pretty much the falling away. You had Jake, that ran to different parts of the earth, to escape the Roman persecution. It says, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. And that's the point I want to get, because currently in the land of Israel, Jerusalem, our land, the heathen are in there, man. They're defiling the land, And the wicked Esau, Edom, primarily Amalek, they pretty much polluted the land, and that's why you got sodomite parades there. Sodomite parades there every year. That's why you got, things like kosher pork, Because Esau, Edom, the wicked, he doesn't abide by the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. You know, so the land mourneth, the earth mourneth, right? Let's get that in the book of Isaiah. It says that the earth mourneth and fadeth away, right? Isaiah 24 and verse 4. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. You see, and Esau being at the head of that, he pushes wickedness, right? He pushes rebellion against the Lord, you know? And a result of that, you know, rebellion, the earth is suffering, man. Everything is in a weak state, you know? That's why in the ancient world, things, you know, which were much more, you know, in their strength, you know? Because, you know, Esau, Edom, was, you know, of course the Romans were in power. Esau, as the Romans and the Greeks were in power, you know, but things were, you know, more fuller back then. But now we're living at the end of, you know, the end times, to where, you know, Esau is going all out in his wickedness, man. Pretty much pushing debauchery, pushing, you know, all kinds of wickedness, and therefore the people are suffering, the animals are suffering, you know, the trees, the wild, everything is suffering, man. All right, so, you know, we just want to see the world back in its natural state. We want to see the world back, you know, in Salakia. We just want to see the world back to where it used to be, man. Like back in the beginning, you know, and even better in the beginning. It's like even better than in the beginning, because the kingdom of heaven is gonna be far out, man. All right, so this is what we're praying for. You know, praying for Yahweh, and that sums it up. When we say, you know, we pray for Yahweh Shem Yahushua to destroy Babylon the Great, there's a lot that follows behind that. You know, it's like a step-by-step process. All right. There was another scripture that came to mind. It slipped me, but Lord willing, it does come back to mind. Okay, Lord willing. But it's Job 9 and 24. It says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Right, the wicked Esau, Edom, right, the so-called white man. You know, and him having the earth in his hand, you know, he's pretty much abused that power. He's pretty much, you know, abused the authority that was given to him, man. You know, and that's why, once again, when he's taken out, the earth is going to be in a happy state. The earth is going to be rejoicing that this man is gone. Okay, and that's in the book of Isaiah, the 14th chapter. Matter of fact, I'm trying to see where I'm going to start from. I'm going to start from verse 3. It says, and it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. Right? Because the nation of Israel, when we're delivered, all right, we're going to be at rest in our kingdom. Right now we're in captivity, you know. So, and we're in the captivity in Babylon under the Edomites, man. You know, so when Yahweh shall return, that's going to mark the beginning of our salvation, Lord willing. Verse 4, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, which is Esau, you know, the elite of Edom. You know, they're the king of Babylon, and say, how have the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. The Lord have broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. You know, and that's his rulership. You know, every nation that reigned eventually fell. You know, so Esau is no different. You know, like it says in the book of Romans, the 9th chapter, even for this same purpose have I raised Pharaoh up. You know, Yahweh Shem Yahushua raised Pharaoh up in great power just to take him down and show his power. So Esau, Edom, you know, as strong as he looks, you know, to the human eye, you know, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is just looking down at this man. You know, looking down at this man and watching his wickedness, watching his pride. You know, and it's light work for the Lord to take Esau down. You know, but he's just going to show his power to everybody on this planet. Because the heathen, you know, they're looking at Esau like a god. Like, who's going to take this man down? That's what they said in the book of Revelation. Who shall make war with the beast? You know? So they're looking at Esau like a god. Like, ain't nobody taking this man down. So when Yahweh shall come back in the name of his father Yahweh, you know, it's going to be easy work. You know, and that's when he's going to get the glory. You know, like he was called in the times after the flood, Al-Ashadya. You know, demon terrible like power. You know, and that same power is going to be shown in our time. That's why, going there too, the book of Revelation, they said to the rocks, hide us from the wrath of the Lamb. Okay. Verse 6, he who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindereth, So when Esau Edom, is taken down, he's going to get persecuted in the kingdom of heaven. The elite who's been, hitting, getting these people, getting us with a continual stroke, Salakia, they're going to be beaten over their head, with that rod of iron. They're going to be hitting with the continual stroke. It's not going to be easy for Esau in the kingdom, man. Verse 7, the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing, because, the world is going to rejoice when the so-called white man is taken down, Because when the rightful rulers are in power, that's when things are going to flourish. Verse 8 says, yeah, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no feller is come up against us. A feller is pretty much a lumberjack, those that cut trees. And as you can see, Esau, he's cutting down all the trees, man. The rainforest, the Amazons, he's cutting it all down. Therefore it's destroying the wildlife, because these trees serve a purpose to the animals, man. They're the home of these different creatures. But Esau Edom cuts these trees down, and then, builds his houses, man. Build these caves, and that's why these animals, they're starting to attack now, because you're pretty much intruded their space, man. See, I believe in the book of Wisdom of Solomon, it says how the wild beasts shall change their places, because a lot of these animals, they're going to come into the cities, and start attacking these Edomites. Verse 9, hell from beneath is moved further to meet thee at thy coming. Hell pretty much being a horrible condition, a bad condition, because Esau is in heaven right now, So the Lord is pretty much preparing hell for Esau, preparing captivity for Esau, And the elite who's lived, wanton this whole time, when they're taken down, it's going to be rock bottom, because they're pretty much at the top of it all, So when they're taken down, it's going to be like, damn. It stirreth up, because Esau, of course, them having all the all the riches, in a sense, make them do not appreciate it. Yeah, it's like a normal day. Every day is like a normal day to the elite, because their money not going nowhere yet, But in the kingdom of heaven, when they're in captivity and they suffering, that's gonna make them appreciate where they were at, when they were in rulership, man. It's gonna make them appreciate, captivity. Appreciate their rulership, man. But right now, it's like, they need some snap of a finger. It's like an everyday thing, like breathing, like drinking water. They just got the money. Okay? But it says, it stirreth up the dead further, even all the chief ones of the earth, right? The rulers, the elite. It hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nation. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Because the Edomites, Salakia, man, tongue twister. The Edomites, the elite of Edom, they're the highest on the highest of the heathen that are in power right now. So when they taken down, the heathen gonna look at them like, shit, are you as weak as us? What happened? You had it all. They're gonna be looking down on Esau, and they're gonna get theirs, man. Right? Verse 11, thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. Pretty much going into the corruption of his society, man. For example, when you see a dead body, right? A dead body usually starts getting covered in maggots. The maggots are eating, the dead flesh, because the flesh is starting to corrupt. So that's like symbolic to Esau's kingdom. Esau's, society is dying. So therefore the Lord is pretty much making that parable, making that dark saying, like the worms are starting to cover you because you're dead. Verse 12, how art thou fallen from heaven, O heaven? How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? Son of the morning, how art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? And Lucifer is talking about the elite, or the light bearers, as they would call themselves. That's why they call themselves the Illuminati, which means the bearers of the light. You see? how they're cut down, what he did is weaken the nations, and Esau is the one that weakened the nations. You know, whether it had been through, feminism, whether it had been through his democracy, or whether it had been through him bombing these nations and leaving them to a rubble, man. He weakened the nations, you see? So that's why when the Lord, once again, takes down Babylon the Great, that's going to be the first step of replenishing the earth, of reforming the earth. When he sweeps this place, with that nuclear fire, that's going to begin, that's going to begin the restoration of the planet Earth, man. Okay, so that's pretty much the point. Just want to go into that, man. It was in my spirit to go into, praying for Yahweh Shem Yahushua to destroy Babylon the Great, because, hey, first and foremost, the ancient prophets, this is what they desired. They saw America, man. They saw Babylon the Great, and they marveled. And that's why, their prayer was to set up Israel once again on the planet Earth, man. So, Lord willing, this is edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. I want to give double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom.